Say what movie you saw,
Oh,
if it's not
God.
obvious.
We saw Manchester by the Sea.
Would you speak up a little
We
bit?
saw Manchester by the Sea.
That's not
and-
speaking up.
Okay, we saw Manchester by the Sea, okay? And it's about this guy who lost his brother and he tried to raise his teenage nephew, the 16-year-old, and he had the hardest time, and I swear I probably, which is I agree with him, it was just sad movie. Oh, it's a good movie, but also sad movie. I mean, the problems, all the problems coming every day. He was getting drunk in the bar. He practically burned down the apartment. Now, did the kids die?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, and that's why he and his wife split up, and that's why she was apologizing for what she said after that. But yeah, he burned down their house. That's what he explained to the police, remember? That he left the fireplace without a screen on it.
With the kids. It was just too sad. And not only that, he was sleeping, just dozing. He had a dream about his kids waking him up because he was about to burn the house they were staying. What happened? The wife got married again and have another baby? Yeah. And I don't know how, it's a movie. I don't know if it's a real story, whatever it is.
Speak up.
I don't know if it's a real story.
Just don't repeat yourself, just keep going.
But how can someone recover from something like that? How can a mother and a father draw another breath by, seeing their kids burned to death? Oh, I don't know. It was just a sad story, a great movie. The boy, the teenager, the only thing he want to do is sleep with the girls. He was sad. He was maybe okay in the way because he been with his friends, with a band, but his life, it was just one disaster after the other. But you know what? He loved his Uncle Lee. He did love him. But and he didn't want him to move. But Uncle Lee, in the end, he had, I don't know what he could do, because after he lost the kids, his life, it was hollow, empty, nothing. Who made the movie?
I don't know.
Who was the
Actually,
director?
Kenneth Lonergan, I think.
Not the director, the producer.
Oh yeah, Kenneth Lonergan, something like that.
Oh, they give 4 stars, huh?
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Oh, there's the name. Yeah, Kenneth Lonergan.
I recommend the movie. Oh my God, if you want to see a movie like it's a great story, but it's just sad.
What did you think of the performance?
People, and it's a lot of people who go through things like that, and it's so sad in a way to see life like that, where people go through things, through horrible problems, but the worst part is to lose a child. It really shook me up. I can't. My stomach is icky. I feel like butterflies.
Yeah, and for it to be basically his fault too.
Yeah, and how can he leave? Anyone.
Well, that's why I was
that.
wondering, why is he ignoring all the women who approach him in the movie? I thought, are they trying to say he's gay or something? Like what? He's got a secret. But then the flashbacks show that I do know. It's the flashbacks show is because he lost his 3 kids, and it was because of his own negligence. He was drunk and high and left the fireplace burning and left the house.
Right, and in the end, I don't know what. He's young. He was young, and the story and the movie. I don't know how. Like I said, anyone can go on like that. Oh, I don't know. He didn't want a woman. He didn't want anybody.
They lived in a crappy one-room apartment.
Exactly. He didn't want anybody. He didn't want to deal with anything. He didn't want to deal with with life. He didn't want to deal with nothing. He loved his nephew and he tried to raise him, but he had all the kind of problems. And the boy, he was sad too. What's his name?
And Patrick in the movie.
Patrick in the movie.
I guess he's Lucas Hedges. The name that's down there.
Yeah. It's just overall, it's a sad story. It's a good movie, hard work, but it just makes me.
This feels
nervous,
like a poster from the 1950s. Like they have so much writing here. I would think most marketing for movies, the people behind it don't even expect people to read this much. But this is, you can't really prepare yourself for the emotional powerhouse that is Manchester by the Sea. Who do they expect to read all this? But anyways, I mean, it's kind of corny, like a 1950s movie standout. I expect stuff like this, just big pictures.
Yeah,
anyway.
It really shook me up.
What did you think of the performances?
Oh, the performance, it was great. I think it was great. Yeah, everybody was great, wonderful. The way they performed, the way they talked, it's just the whole thing. It was awesome. It's just the story. It was so sad, and I don't know. I mean, he chose to live in the crappy place, one room. He didn't care about anything. I wonder if he was in a better environment, better place, better house, everything, have maybe some friends to comfort him. I mean, real friends, real good friends, faithful friends to comfort him. And
he did. What the? No. What are you doing? This wish fulfillment for this stupid fantasy thinking. He did, and his brother tried to take care of him too. But nobody could reach to him. What? Why are you saying like, well, maybe it could work? Always this stupid fantasies you say. Like you're going to be able to change reality or something.
No, he could. No. I take it back. He can't change reality.
Oh, like his friends could cheer him up and what? And like in the movie that they didn't already?
Yeah,
and that somehow that would have made him feel okay about his life?
No, nothing could make him feel
So what's
okay.
your point?
I don't know. I'm just saying, nothing could make him feel right, or make him keep going. I guess that's what his life will end it, just being drunk and be sad and work, have a humble job and that. I don't know. It's just very, very.
Stand more by this Manchester by the Sea poster.
It's a very sad story. Oh, really? Make me. I was hungry when I came here. Now I'm not.
Casey Affleck was amazing in this.
Huh?
Casey Affleck, who plays Lee, was amazing in this.
Oh yeah.
And he's so well written. He doesn't over explain things. He never says my kids died. He never says those words in the movie to explain his behavior. He's always sort of, his mind's in another place because he's so depressed about it.
He was so touched when he dreamed about his kids.
I would think he would be more disturbed by that. He got up like everything was fine, but I would think he'd get up and be really upset. And that's what bothered me about the movie. The only thing that really bothered me about the movie a little, it's like, why are people, when people hear that his brother died, like, well, him and his nephew, there's barely any reaction. And I realize that's realistic for some people, but to me, I'm like, it's really, movie. Yeah, right. To me, that's like a movie glossing over a scene that's difficult to shoot and script and everything. But it's all extreme. I actually love this movie. That's all I'll say. It's very well. It's so well shot. It's beautiful. Great locations.
Where are they shot?
I don't know. I mean, it's set all around like Massachusetts and northeast, New England. I mean. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they really shot in Manchester, if that's what it is, but I mean, what the place is called. But obviously they shot by the sea, and I thought it was really great too how this movie, and Loving as well, they're like sort of small character movies that don't resort to shaky handheld camera movement for everything like this, just to create motion and emotion. Two, everything's well shot, well framed, carefully shot. It feels so much more impactful than this crap, like following a character around and zooming in and out. I hate that. It's so cheap. Moonlight did that, and I love that movie, but that bothered me, is the crazy handheld, and it's like in people's faces like this close and stuff, the camera. It takes away the emotion so much, because you don't, it's like the camera doesn't have confidence in the material, in what's in front of the camera, or it's really like the director doesn't have confidence in that. I know that's not really their motivation, but that's what ultimately they convey. So anyways, I thought it was really great, fantastic. I'd love to see this again.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if I want to see it again, but yeah, it's great movie. It's, like you say, fantastic movie. It makes me sad, it makes me think.
And it was interesting, seeing how they dealt with all the little things that they, with Joe, or I think his name is Joe, his estate, after he died, and how Manchester, I was going to say his name is Manchester, Lee has to deal with that and still cope with his own, the loss of his brother, as well as the loss of his children, which he's always coping with.
What a sad, make me think, bring me to some, reality. It is just so sad and so real. And it makes me just, I don't even want to eat.
And I liked how it, I mean, a lot of movies maybe with similar material like this will get too sort of trite or silly or smaller scenes that don't mean anything, just because a lot of indie filmmakers don't have as sure a handle on this kind of material, and they'll shoot scenes that don't move the story along, or kind of small or meaningless.
No,
and it was so well shot too. I can't emphasize that enough. This and Loving, and Nocturnal Animals, which I've seen here too. What else did I? Oh yeah, Moonlight I saw, but that's the one that, as far as how it was shot. But the few times the camera actually is locked down or smoothly pans and tilts, so much more impactful. This movie was all like that. It's also well shot. You got a sense of the location, of feeling like you're in these cold environments and these old houses, the creek. Casey Affleck is amazing in this, and the woman who plays his former wife, I think it's Carey Mulligan.
Really, really good movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Carey Mulligan, but who played this woman who plays Lee's wife. But anyways,
it's really great movie. Go see the movie. I recommend it. But I see it once. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Okay, great movie.
That's it.
Cinema Arts Theater too, by the way.
Great movie. Go see the movie. I recommend it.
And great location here.
Yes.
All right.